if it works on my Nokia, it'll work up my bum.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 12 of Wait What? Hi Stephen.
Hello. I'm like trying to suppress the amount of energy I have. Just had a delicious, massive dinner, and I'm like kind of tired from going out for like an hour and a half walk, but then I've also got this burst of energy from food, and now I don't know how I feel. So like, it's like I want to lay down, but like have a rave at the same time. Very confusing. A lay down rave. It'd be good. Might make a mess of the sofa or the bed, but funsies. Little bit of behind the scenes knowledge for people right now, just because I'm really proud of myself. We're recording on Zencaster. Whenever it loads up, my name is Wait What, and I get to pick whatever I call Jono when I load him up. And today I invited him, and when he joined, his name was Sexy Boy Jono. Sexy with an I, boy with an I. Jono with 2 O's. So there, now you can feel like you're really in the room with us. We've got some stuff to do, to talk about, some things. You've been here before. I've been here before. The listeners have been here before. If you haven't, where have you fucking been? I've got 2 and a quick thing. What about you?
I have 2.
Good. Snap. Should we tell each other what they're about, or should we just go in?
Let's just go in.
All right, I'm going to do my quick one first.
All right.
A dude by the name of Chris Illuminati. If his last name is really Illuminati, then that's awesome. If it's not, bullshit. Basically, he said, much like the pandemic, this vintage store sign, warning sign, escalated quickly. And I'm going to read you. It's 3 A4 pieces of paper, like sellotaped to like a wooden. It's like it looks like the back of a picture frame, and it basically says, please wear a sign when you come in, but.
Please wear a sign when you come in.
Please wear a mask when you come in. Leave me alone. I told you, I'm suppressing the energy level. That's where all my brain's gone. Okay, so it starts off. If you choose not to wear a mask, not a sign, we respectfully ask that you postpone your visit. Right? That's fair enough.
Yep.
That's normal, right? And then it escalates. Imagine if you got on an escalator and someone had turned the speed up by about 10. Sure, you'd get to the top quickly, but it would be a shit show. And this is what happens. If you choose not to wear a mask, we respectfully ask you to postpone your visit. We'll be happy to debate the oh my god, I can't humans. I'm trying to say efficacy. And my brain went efficacy. I was like, that's not... Clearly, there's more C's than... Clearly, there's... Oh, no, there's 2 F's and 2 C's. Well done, brain. You did a think. We'll be happy to debate the efficacy of masks with you when this is all over. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay, you think, it's not too bad. Bit more sassy. And you come in to sell your dead grandmother's clothes.
Well...
Right? We don't even need to discuss that, but what a fucking sign.
Damn.
That is all.
All right.
Actually, I'm going to read this tweet to you as well because it makes me laugh. I don't know if you saw this. It was a lawyer advertising his services, and it said, attention, if you or a loved one has been refused entry to a private business for not wearing a mask and you would like to explore legal options to protect your constitutional rights, our law firm is happy to explain just how fucking stupid you are. Our attorneys have decades of experience of telling people they are morons, and we'll do it for you. Just call today. But seriously, only call. Don't show up for an in-person consultation, you plague rat. All right, that's that. Moving on. Boop, boop, boop. Your turn.
All right. How would you feel about buying a Tesla?
I'm scared because I'm going to say great, and then you're going to tell me something. I'm going to go, oh, now I feel bad. Also, I just had an exact thought that one day me and you are going to have the same topic because we obviously don't tell each other the topics until now.
Yeah,
I can't wait for that day. Okay, Teslas. I actually really like them, especially the Model 3. They're only like 40 grand. Kind of want one.
The Model 3, you say?
Oh, no.
This is exactly...
I hate the Model 3. It's the best car ever.
So there was a guy in Germany who had.
Oh no, I haven't changed chairs. For listeners, I have one chair that does this whenever I move, and another chair that doesn't. And I normally swap chairs, but this one's big and leather and comfortable. So I suppose I'm not moving.
Stay very.
Carry on. Tesla 3s, the shitlords of the car world.
So a guy in Germany wanted to buy a Tesla 3 to replace his Ford Cougar.
Nice.
And Germany are doing cashback incentives for electric vehicles.
Okay. Good job, Germany.
Obviously, middle of a pandemic. Car dealerships aren't open, so he thought he'd buy it online.
Okay.
There was an issue where it was just timing out when he tried to purchase it, so he kept trying every now and then.
Oh God, how many Teslas did he buy?
28.
Oh, I knew it. Holy shit.
1.4 million euros.
Fuck. How much cashback did he get? Was it enough to then be like, all right, well, I'll use the cashback on one car and I'll refund the others?
Well, each vehicle has a non-refundable charge of 100 euros. So he's lost just under $3,000.
Fuck, you know. Well, no, he's lost. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, well, at least he only lost the deposit on 27 of them.
Yeah.
As long as he still wants one.
But yeah, it was just the dodgy website. And then eventually it went through and it took every single time that he clicked confirm.
Surely they'd refund him the deposit because of the website problem.
Yeah, I think they have.
Can you imagine if they didn't? Like, bro, you just need to wait, man. The internet's not like just here for you. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of probs right there.
Well, you could get a Bugatti for that, couldn't you?
Yeah. For how much, sorry?
1.4 million.
Yeah, probably good, yeah. Yeah, fuck. Damn. Or I've been holding in making a stupid joke for ages, so you should be proud of me.
I kind of want to hear it.
Okay, well, I was going to say, when you said he brought 28 of them, I was going to be like, whoa, Tesla 3, more like a Tesla 74. I mean, 84.
I want to hear it.
I meant to say Tesla 84.
All right, what's next?
I'm sorry. My brain's in a weird place.
Clearly.
And it's not going to get any less weird when I read out this headline. And it's also from my favourite news outlet, The Mirror. Yep. Hyper-aggressive cannibal rats swim into homes up toilets to find food in lockdown.
Oh, no.
Yep. I'm really hoping that by food, they don't mean my balls. A pest control expert has said rats have adapted their behaviour during lockdown as restaurants are no longer providing them with a source of food. Hyper-aggressive cannibal rats are swimming up drains and into toilets to invade homes in the hunt for food during lockdown. I should not be reading things now. Residents in Stoke-on-Trent claim the hungry and highly fertile residents. What? Jesus Christ! They're like breaking in and like fucking the loaves of bread instead of taking them. And then there's loads of little baby loaves of bread / rat hybrids running around. Are becoming more brazen with a huge rise of indoor sightings over the last few months. Fuck me. I almost like want to pause this and just go and check my lids like down and sellotape it. You ever seen the film Dreamcatcher? Dreamcatcher. I can't word! Have you ever seen the film Dreamcatcher by Stephen King?
I don't think I have.
There's one character who, all the way through, they say that toothpicks will be the death of him because he's always chewing on them.
Right.
And then when the alien comes out of the random dude's arsehole, long story, and they trap him in the toilet because the dude was shitting at the time, and then the alien came out. He sees a toothpick on the floor, and he leans down to pick it up to chew on it because he's nervous, and then it breaks out, and it eats him.
Well,
so he got eaten by an arse alien. Anyway, pest controllers have seen a huge surge in domestic call-outs to deter and kill the rats as they swim up drains and into toilets to get inside houses. Imagine you popped the lid of the toilet and there was a rat.
Yeah, that'd be pretty terrifying.
Actually, to be fair, now, we won't go into the subject too much because we definitely could. But you know that game we've both been playing a lot.
Yeah.
What's the name of it?
House Flipper.
Yeah, it is. The laptop version, or the PC version, they have an apocalypse bit where you like sort out bunkers.
Okay.
And I put a bunker down in a toilet, and as I was positioning the toilet, a rat popped up from inside the toilet with like glowing red eyes.
Oh,
And then when I put the toilet down, it never came back. So that's what that's like what I imagine seeing. I'm so sorry for what I'm about to do. I can't even stop myself. Actually, I'll read it to you and you can tell me what you think I'm going to say. The hotspot areas included Fenton, Burslem, and Smallthorne, but they are thriving across the city.
Fenton?
Yeah. I nearly went, hotspot areas include Jesus Christ, Fenton! Mike Flynn, the boss of Alpha Pest Control, believe rats have adapted their behaviour to survive as they play Scrabble for food, while restaurants remain shut. The critters have even turned into eating each other to stay alive as they forage and breed in gardens, drains, and household voids. Mr. Flynn, I said Dr. Flynn. Oh, fucking hell, I'd be giving out bloody PhDs to anyone at this point. Who has worked in pest control since 1979 and has never thought of changing his job, has seen a 10% rise in domestic call-outs since lockdown. He said, "There's definitely been a change in rat behaviour over lockdown. Previously, people would throw away takeaway cartons on the road or in car parks, but now people are at home more. Yeah, the rats are getting more brazen and desperate, so they're heading into people's houses." Wow. Okay. I mean, that's an image. the next thing is an image of a very dead rat. Like it literally looks like someone's just trodden on it. and then the tagline just says, "A rat that was dealt with by Alpha Pest Control." It's all right. We dealt with him. He won't be around hassling your family again. So I can't bother to read anymore because that's basically it.
I don't think Hudson would do anything.
Nah, probably not. Yeah, I mean, so I'm scrolling through to see if there's anything else good to see, but no. Basically, the rest of the news story, which is very long for what the news story is. God, it's awfully long. Basically says everything that people already know about rats. Then it says people have been fly tipping. That's attracting rats. Again, more things people know.
Yeah.
And it says Rent-A-Kill has noted an 80% increase in visits to its website compared to this time last year. That's the only other thing that it says that I didn't already know. So that's a news story. People at home, sellotape your toilets, or and like check, maybe do a little cheeky flush before you sit down. You know, like they do in Australia with spiders underneath the toilet rim. Yeah. Flush before you sit down, or you never know, you might have a rat nibbling on your bum.
Just flush before you even open the lid, just to make sure.
Yeah, and also maybe knock as well, like, and if it goes yes, you go no, and then you flush, and he goes because it's gone, and then you open up the lid, and it was there the whole time. It just lied to you.
Can you imagine if it's just like sort of spread out, holding against the edges of the lid,
like and you can hear dun 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 dun. Give me food. Right, quick, another story because I can't be left alone for too long.
Have you heard of a company called Canadian Tire?
Canadian Tire. They either make tires or that's like a pun on a tire, but only for only kinds of things that people from Canada would wear.
I mean, kinda.
It's just a load of Mountie outfits.
It's a department store.
Okay.
That do like
that sells nothing but tires and mounting outfits.
Yeah. They do automotive stuff, hardware, sports, leisure, bits like that, housewares as well.
Yeah, mounting outfits. Yep.
Recently, 5 of their stores have had a slight technical issue, which ended up with every single item in those stores coming up with the wrong price and labelled as Mr. Potato Head.
Wow, that last bit, I didn't expect it. How?
It was a point of sale downloading error, is all it says, and it just caused the names to appear incorrectly.
Now, I'm particularly interested in this because if that was to happen in our company, it would be my problem.
Yes.
So I can't think. Do they sell Mr. Potato Heads?
Well, those 5 stores exclusively, yes.
Right. Okay. Great. Thanks for that.
I mean, I guess they could.
Because if they didn't sell Mr. Potato Heads,
Yeah, that would be weird.
and also now without the risk of getting boring, based on how a lot of point of sale systems work, right, and the back ends of them, yeah, the ability to bulk apply something like that to every save, because obviously you scan a barcode, it knows what the item is. It's like inventoried, and it should have a barcode saved against it.
Yeah.
I mean, most point of sales like things will do. So someone has the only thing. No, because the prices. No, yeah, that would work. The only thing I can think that's happened is someone has either done a bulk name change, which is more likely, or they do sell Mr. Potato Heads, and when they were adding the barcode to the system, they added it to everything instead of one thing. Because I've had it before where we're at work and like someone's selling like a single of something, and every time you scan it, it comes up as like the 10-pack. Like,
right.
what? And then you scan the 10-pack, comes up as the single, and you're like, oh, people, why? That actually got me interested, that story. I went from finding it funny to being like, how would that work? And that's why I have the role that I do.
Yep. Well, I'm glad I could get you thinking about that one.
And while you're thinking about that, think about this next headline. It's, there's always one, I always like to leave the last one to just be as weird as I could find. And I think I've outdone myself this time. Again, I haven't read this story because I wanted to read it with you the first time. But I kind of regret that now because I feel like I'm going to laugh. Man has 15-inch eel removed after inserting it into his anus to cure constipation. Yeah, that would hurt your bum. A man has had to have a 15-inch long eel pulled out from his guts after he inserted it, still alive, into his rectum in an attempt to cure the constipation. Now, my first takeaway from that is, if you're going to do it, it's got to be alive. Otherwise, you've just made the constipation worse, shoving an eel up your bum. You know? What do you think it was going to do? Like, Pac-Man chomp its way through his bowels? Like, all the way through the large intestine and small intestine?
I don't have anything to say.
Has he been playing Snake on his phone too much? However, things didn't go according to the unnamed man's plans, and the eel managed to tear a hole through his bowels, leaving him close to death. The man, who was in his 50s, arrived at that hospital that I'm not going to try and say, in China, after suffering from pains in his stomach. It looks like it says Dongguan Huangjiang, but I don't know. And apparently that's in... This is what's confused me, right? It's Dongguan was the first word of the two-worded name hospital.
Yeah.
But then it's in a place that has that exact word, but swapped over with an extra G in the middle. It's Guang Dong. Guangdong. Okay, just close your eyes. And everyone listening, just close your eyes for me, right, while I set the scene. Okay, you and you, Jono, close your eyes, right? Are they closed?
Yep.
They're not, are they?
They are.
All right,
I'm going to regret this.
Okay. You open them up and I've just punched you in the face. I was outside all along. It just took a man with an anus. And an anus? Every man with an eel and an anus for me to come over and slap you. Okay. Picture it, if you will, for me, listeners. You're in hospital. You're working as a receptionist. Okay? It's busy. Yeah. And you've just caused the entire world to have a pandemic. So you're still dealing with it yourself. And this man comes in, and he's limping a bit, and there's blood on the back of his trousers, and he's holding his stomach, And you think, oh, what could have happened to this man? This poor gentleman. He's in his 50s. What could he have done? Maybe he's fallen. Oh. And you think about all the options, like all of what could have happened, and you're like getting doctors to come over and you ask him, what happened? And he says, I had really bad constipation. You go, oh, God, that must be terrible. He said, yeah. So I shoved an eel up my bum. Imagine that. That would be the weirdest fucking day of your life. Not as weird as the man who shoved the eel up his bum. Eel up his bum. I keep trying to say eel and anus at the same time. He had severe sepsis, which led to septic shock, and he was unable to communicate coherently. I feel like even if he could have communicated coherently, it still wouldn't have been coherent because he was stupid enough to put an eel up his bum. And therefore, nothing he says is worthwhile. Okay, so it looks like actually he came in and he couldn't even speak at the beginning. So he was just pointing. That makes that story even better. Close your eyes, listeners. And you, Jono, right? Imagine, if you will, a man comes in. He's going, because he's fucking dazed as shit and he can't do anything. And he's wiggling his arm like a fish and then pointing at his bum. That's how that happened. The Dr. Lee, said he came in with septic shock. We did a CT scan. We suspected a foreign body was in his abdomen. You imagine, like, he must have a foreign body in his abdominal cavity. Yeah, he definitely does. What is it? It's a fucking eel. Then, while performing a colonoscopy, we discovered it was an Asian swamp eel. It had entered his abdominal cavity. Oh my God! Underneath, there's another headline that says, "Man loses 7-inch bottle up his bum after using it to, in air quotes, scratch an itch." How high up? Oh my God! That was in China too. What is it with people in China and putting things up their bum? If we have any Chinese listeners, which I'm pretty sure we don't, I did tell you the other day we've hit 35 different countries, but China is not one of them. But if anyone in the future listens to this, right, and you are sitting there with no trousers on and something in your hand, put it down and don't put it up your bum, okay? This is my announcement to the world. Chinese people, stop putting things up your bum. Unless they were built to go there, then do it as much as you want. The patient was whisked off to emergency surgery to remove the eel. It would have been much funnier if he just held onto a wall and they just grabbed his legs and pulled the eel out. When the doctors opened him up, they discovered it filled with waste matter. Oh, lovely. Including excrement and pus from his severe infection.
Lovely.
Yeah, I wasn't going to read that bit. Then I thought, I really want you to feel like you're there. It was already dead. But it had caused severe bacterial contamination in his abdomen due to the buildup of feces and pus. The waste matter had leaked into the body's man due to a rupture in his sigmoid colon. And then the man who wrote this on Lad Bible said, I like how I only get really top-end news stories for you. From the really most, like, incredible and, like, highly refined of news papers. Now, I'm not a medical expert, but I reckon that's probably very bad news. That's what he said. And I'm not a journalist, but I think that's probably very bad writing. It was only after the surgery, when we were inquiring about his medical history, that he told us he had used an eel to cure his constipation. Wow. I mean... He said he inserted an anus into his rectum, and then the doctor. Now, this doctor's clearly fucking Sherlock Holmes. I suspected that it was at the point of the eel going up into his anus that then the perforation happened. It's like, well, yes, he didn't like rip a hole in his bowels pre 15-inch eel going up his bum.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think there's quite enough space in there. Let's just.
Let me just put a samurai sword right up my bum, and then I can get the eel in there.
I'll get that itch while I'm at it as well.
Yeah, I'll put this bottle up there as well. Oh my God, I didn't check the names. What if it was the same dude? I'm checking. Can you imagine? Oh no, he was unnamed. Oh no, maybe it was him. Maybe they didn't name him because it's happened a lot. Oh no, this one was 60. Okay, so I mean, either that news story is 10 years old and it was the same guy. Jesus Christ, what is it with people and putting things up their bum? You know?
Yeah. When I was at the hospital,
what did you put in your bum?
No, there was like a nurse from theatres came down to the corridor to look at the instruments, and she was getting like one of the rectal speculums.
Yeah.
And
Get a xylophone, a flute.
yeah. And I think one of the techs like found her out there and said that they'd sterilize the instrument so that they could use it. And she was like, "Oh no, don't worry about that." And they're like, "No, it has to be done. You can't just use it here because it's just been sitting in the corridor like gathering dust for however long." And she was like, "Oh, fine. How long will it be? Takes a couple of hours to go around." And the other team leader.
Hang on. First of all, a nurse just went, "Don't worry about sterilizing the thing we're going to put up someone's bum."
Yeah.
She should not be a nurse.
I don't think she is anymore.
Good.
But like we disinfected it, sterilized it. The other team leader took it down there, and because like
she was already elbow deep.
Because the autoclaves like steam sterilizations at like 134 to 137 degrees, so it's quite hot.
Yeah, just a bit.
And like metal object retains heat quite well.
Yep.
So he took it down there and was like, "Oh,
don't put that straight up your bum."
Yeah, leave it a little while to cool down. And apparently, she said to him, she was like, "Oh, it's all right. I'll just like run it under some water to cool it down."
Fuck.
And he was like, "No, don't do that, please."
We'll have to sterilize it again.
Yeah, I think he ended up actually reporting her about that, and she did not work there much longer.
It's like, so I'll just breathe on it.
Yeah.
Nice big spitty blow.
Just wipe it on your scrubs.
Oh God, yeah. Just wave it out the window a bit in the breeze and the rain. Lovely and cold. And if anything, it's Lubia now with the Wayne.
The Wayne.
With the Wayne, yeah. Sorry, my Jonathan Ross came out. It's because I was thinking about saying the wind. Why did I record an episode tonight? I mean, to be fair, there's a good thing about me being shit right now, and that is, this is the last episode of the season.
Yay! You're all welcome. You can have a break now.
End on a low note. End on a bum note. Hey! Way!
Oh, dear.
Here all season. Luckily, that's finished. That's mad, isn't it? Season 2's over.
Damn.
I think it's weirder for us because it's happening now, but like for other people, it's like not happening yet. It's been a few. My stomach is making a lot of weird noises.
That's not what that is.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Leave them in. Don't edit this out. I want people to hear. I told you, for dinner I had 2 massive jackets and
A pair of trousers.
way also here for the rest of the season. Quick, let's end now. And a lot of chili. So my stomach is either saying thank you or fuck you. I don't know which one yet. But yeah, it's been fun. We'll be back again. I think we know the date we're coming back, right?
Yeah, roughly. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I won't say the exact date, but I will tell you that you're listening to this. God, better not get any of the scheduling wrong. You're listening to this on the 22nd of July. Next week, we'll have the little summary episode, some chat about maybe what we want to do season 3, and have our cheeky little blooper moment that will be over pretty quickly by the sounds of it. And then that'll be the end of July, and then we will have a whole month where you don't hear us, but then we'll be back in September, and in September we've been podcasting for a whole year.
Where's that time gone?
Down the drain, if you ask our listeners. Up the drain, if you ask our rat listeners. Well, let's round off the last full episode of the season by saying thanks for listening. I'm sure if you try hard enough, you can find something better to do than this. Jono, it's been a pleasure. Let's not pretend we're really hanging up now, because now we've got to do another little mini recording for something else.
Yes, we do.
So I will speak to you in a few seconds, and to everyone else, we'll see you next week. But we won't. We'll hear you next week. Well, we won't. You'll hear us next week. All right, bye.